Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nerd Today podcast. I'm coming back at you. And as I said it before in my thank you video, we got the media credentials. So here we are. I said it before. I'll say it again. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Welcome to E3 2021, everybody. Round of applause. Golf clap. Golf clap. I don't want to be too loud. Golf clap. Levels don't sound too bad on that one, do they? Nah, yeah, we can golf clap. We got this. We're good. We're good. Alrighty. So how's everybody treating you? Oh, man, I always do this, man. It's such a weird thing. Like, how's everyone treating you? It's such a bad way to introduce things. How's everyone? Welcome to E3 2021 again. I ramble. Hi. Nerd Today podcast. So this is not going to be a normal Nerd Today podcast. As I mentioned again, E3 2021. Nope, right there. Is it right here? I should close this folder. That'd be nice. You can just see the Sheikah slate kind of on the side. That's fine. It's E3 2021. And I want to say thank you again to all my listeners, all my viewers. If you're watching, if you're listening, podcast services around the world, youtube.com, maybe one day, /Nerd-A-Day. And I need 42 more people to sign up to my YouTube to get that. Pardon me, this is rude, but it's 11 o'clock and I had some whiskey. So, I want to talk to you about a cool product I got to see earlier in the week with yet again my media credentials. I sound like such a smarmy asshole. I can work on that one. I should work on that one. But yeah, I wanted to decide. I don't know. Many of you gamers out there, old school gamers, and by that I mean someone who's like knees hurt, like me. I got a neck problem because I'm old. I got gray hair. I hide it because I, turn the lights off in my house, my room. I just got that cool hue light. But, a lot of us, grew up in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s. And one thing we love, man, arcades. It was a thing, man. Don't let, Stranger Things, pretty accurate. I mean, I was little, I think I was born when, season 3 happens in 87. Does season 3 happen in 87? I really have to watch that. Besides the point. I was just born. It's pretty cool, I have fond memories going to the arcade. There's this awesome arcade. I'm from Philadelphia, and we would go to Atlantic City a lot, because, my two moms were into gambling a lot. Those are bad things. This isn't a podcast about, my hang-ups with my moms. This is more a podcast about my fond memories of those days. And those fond memories were my mom's partner, Augustina. Shout out to you, Ogie. We called her. She would take me to, there was this boat thing. It was like a mall. Malls were a thing too. Stranger Things is also correct about that. Malls were a thing. They're kind of still a thing, depending on how old you are. It's a convenience factor if you're 34 like me. I had to think about my age for a second. That's because Kevin from PlayStation Source made me feel really old. You should feel ashamed about that. Come on, man. You should know better, King. You should know better. Also, I had a piece of pie before filming. I feel like there has to be a podcast class, right? Just I know Daniel Pena for Gamertag Radio has one, but maybe Danny, if you're watching, big fan, love you. Maybe mention don't eat pie before filming. It's not great. But anyway, yeah, arcades, huge thing, man. I spent so much money at arcades. I have fond memories of playing Mortal Kombat, way too young than I was supposed to. Playing Mortal Kombat 2 for hours on end until I got it for Sega Genesis, and then I had to go anywhere, which is good because my moms wouldn't let me go anywhere because I lived in a rough neighborhood and a bunch of other stuff. Again, hang-ups. I have a therapist for this. This is not you guys. Yeah, all these fond memories, man. Atlantic City memories. I remember playing Marvel vs. Capcom and won and beating this dude with Spider-Man, and the dude legit being angry at a child. I had to be like 12, maybe 10, and it was legit angry. I feel bad. Buddy, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but it's not just the Dave and Buster thing, man. We grew up with these things. So, an awesome company came along a few years back. Been looking into their stuff a long time. Love to jump on it. Price wise, I could always buy a console. You know, if I can find one. If I can find one, Sony, Microsoft. Anyway, besides the point. Yeah, there's an awesome company called Arcade One Up. They've, you know, for the past couple of years have been showing off some of their products and things like that, and they actually have built up. They announced a few products. 4 were announced this week, 3 today, and 1 early in the week. The 3 main 3 I'm going to be talking about a lot were embargoed today, which is also my first embargo. That's kind of fun. In a weird way, like for me, I don't know, it's pretty fun for me, having an embargo, because I'm a nerd. But the first one we'll start off with, man, I'm telling you, these things are awesome too. If you go to your local Walmart, they usually are in that video game section, kind of where like the Funko Pops and stuff are. A lot of times, like a nice Walmart, if you have a nice Walmart, not a Philly, but like outside of Philly, they have them set up. You check them out. But you know, they have like, what do they have? They're like Galaga ones that have like 20 games on them, and like Capcom table ones like that have like Street Fighter like back in the day and stuff like that. So newer ones, new products got announced today. Really awesome. Gonna go through them little by little. So first one we got here, talk about the Street Fighter 30th anniversary championship edition collection, which was, it's called the Big Blue Arcade Machine. From at least the images that I see, it seems like the typical size that you get with a Arcade 1-Up, which are slightly smaller. You still have to build them, of course, from scratch. Just a little couple like key features right here, like, oh, it's the tallest one they have, so that's cool. I'm not really good with math in that sense. I have a custom riser, light up marquee, so like above the screen right there, I have a light up marquee, custom riser, as I mentioned there. 12 games and 1 are in this one. You know, decent save, anti-tip strap, which is cool if you have kids like I do. They have a coinless operation, obviously, because you know, who has coins on them. Plugs in the AC outlet. This was created by Taskmasters LLC, easily assembly. That's another thing with these Arcade 1-Ups. You have to build them yourself. But the game list is pretty decent on this one. So right here we got Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Did not see that the first time I read this like press sheet. And that's awesome. Super Puzzle Fighter is a fun game. Darkstalkers. Oh, holy shit. Oh, this is even better than I thought. Darkstalkers 3. Saturday Night Slam Masters. Sounds like something you would watch on Showtime after 11 o'clock. Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge. Darkstalkers 3. Just in I'm going to say right here, just in that right there, I mean, this kind of pays for itself. Ico Fighters, Capcom Sports Club, and Muscle Bomber Jr. So a lot of these things, I will say, the cool thing about Arcade 1-Up is this is a chance for a lot of gamers to get these games in a manner that doesn't result in the police showing up at your door. You know what I mean? You know, I don't think I need to explain, you know, what the internet can do and some programs and plug in like a controller. You know, like plug in a controller and hit some tap buttons on your computer and you're like, oh man, that's crazy. You know, you're playing Darkstalkers. But, you know, this is like a legal way you can get a lot of these. Of course, you have to pay for it. It's like $400. And you got to build it yourself, whatever. But yeah, a lot of times you can get these, you know, other manners, you know what I mean? I was supposed to be a pirate. I'm not advocating for piracy. Just saying. I'm just saying there's other ways. I'm not a pirate. We'll put that there. This is going worse than I thought it would. Just a heads up. So yeah, the Street Fighter one seemed really decent. Another one we have here coming up, and I wanted to explain this one. This is legitimately one of my favorite games of all time. You know what? We'll go in ascending order, right? We'll go. So like, I love Street Fighter. That was fun playing back in the day. There's a Marvel vs. Capcom one that has like the Avengers fighting game that Capcom made. Like, you know, you had to fight Thanos. This wasn't just an end game thing, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the day, there was a game you had to fight Thanos. It was a fighting game. It was really fun. Gem Fighters? Something like that. Anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch of, there's that cabinet, which that's the one I'm kind of leaning toward. I would love to get. Arcade 1-Up. What's up, man? Hi, my name's Carlos. I dropped my business card at your booth. What's up, though? I mean, if you want, I could try stuff. I could figure space out. My dog's cage don't need to be right here. Bucky's fine. He don't need to be here. But yeah, I mean, they have like all these awesome ones, and one of my favorite games of all time is the Simpsons arcade game. I'm a decent enough Simpsons fan. If you caught me like 10 years ago, I'm like, oh yeah, Die Hard. But there's so many seasons. It's so hard to keep up with that show. Conan O'Brien written seasons are the best, by the way. Just a heads up. So it was this awesome like 4-player arcade cabinet. So you would have like I don't know the terminology, but like it's like the base kind of where you had the buttons and the stick, and each like section would be a character. So you're standing in the middle, toward the left, that's like Lisa Simpson, like Marge. On the right would be Lisa, and the right would be, further right would be Bart. All the way on the left is Homer, and you'd be like, all right, y'all, I want to play Homer. Put a quarter in, hit start, select above it, and you're playing Homer. So this is coming out. That's going to be awesome when that shows up. Then my next one of my favorite games of all time. I had a recent trip to, we have a thing in Philly called Barcade. I think it's also in New York City. What up? Yeah. And in New York, they have a thing called Barcade. We also have one in Philly, like it's a little expansion. I think it's still around. But I went for my birthday a few years back. Terrible, like snowstorm. Born in February. Not fun. Not ideal. But there was nobody there. So me and my friends actually got to play and beat X-Men, the arcade cabinet. It was very fun. And then we also spent a shitload of money. And then we also beat my next favorite game, which was Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Now, touch base back on the X-Men arcade machine. This thing is awesome, guys. Like, it has the 4 stations. You can play as Colossus, Wolverine, Cyclops, Dazzler, and Nightcrawler. Wait, it is Nightcrawler, right? No. Wait, how many? Is it 6? Yeah, here we go. Reading the I almost forgot. Cyclops, Wolverine, Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler, or Dazzler. Let me take on the Brotherhood of Mutants, Mastermind, Magneto. This is really cool because this is the X-Men 4-player arcade machine. So I guess in this one you would have to, because it's not the full size, you would have to pick. Literally, the old cabinet has 6 sections. It's similar to the Simpsons one, like I mentioned. You go to, like, I always go to Cyclops because he's the man. Wolverine is baby. Don't at me. Wolverine sucks. Actually, he's pretty cool. But Cyclops is better. He's also a team. Someone needs to be the leader. Not some dude that is like 4'5" and 800 pounds because he has metal in his bones. I digress. So cool thing with this press release right here, ready to team up for some remote play? ? The X-Men 4-player arcade is equipped with live Wi-Fi. You can fight your way through each level with the help of your fellow retro gamers playing from their own cabinets at home. Cool thing because COVID, even though a lot of restrictions are lifting, world seems like it's going back to normal. I pray and hope to whatever deity in the sky that it is, because I want to get back to life safely, obviously. Also not filming on my phone anymore, so I can look over if I have like an emergency text, which I don't. That was just Cyberpunk's on sale. So yeah, same thing. Magic Riser, light up deck protector. What the hell is a deck protector? Should I read these beforehand? I feel like I should read these beforehand. Wi-Fi, lit marquee, all that stuff. It comes with X-Men 4-player arcade instead of the 6. Captain America and the Avengers, and the Avengers in Galactic Storm. Never played that game. Definitely played Captain America and the Avengers. Would play as Vision all the time. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Vision was a thing before the MCU. Just saying. And the cool thing about these, as I mentioned before, is the artwork on the side and the marquee and all are just like the actual side art and marquee art that would be back in the day. And I have these like such memories, like this Turtles in Time one. I'll link IGN's like trailer for it. For like video and audio listeners, like, you gotta check it out. I'm telling you, like the crappy like costumes they have on, I guess, dudes in the Turtles in Time thing is absolutely amazing. And like I'm telling you guys, I have such a nostalgia for it. It was so cool to see. The same thing with this one though. This one has the live Wi-Fi as well. 4 players simultaneously. You can play through it's custom shaped cabinet design, online multiplayer, 2 games in 1 because it has the original arcade game as well, which you can also buy as his own thing. I don't know if it comes with Turtles in Time, or this might be. I think this is like Turtles in Time, and it has Wi-Fi, and it has the original arcade thing. I think the last one that came out is like the original and Turtles in Time, but no Wi-Fi, and it has the original marquee and side plate art. What's the? No, I'm not gonna ask that question. I was gonna ask what's up with the model who played April, but that just seems off base. That just seems off base. But yeah, so that's our first thing for E3 2021. I feel like the video is not. No, yeah, it's too late to mess with it anyway. So that's it, guys, and that's our first video. We're gonna have some continued coverage for E3 2021. This is the first video I'm recording. Might not be the first I post. They're not gonna be full episodes. I should give that disclaimer probably in the beginning of the next episode, which will be most likely the first episode of these E3 coverage. So yeah, guys, this is E3 2021. It's one of our first reports, and I might be popping up on other people's stuff. Maybe keep an eye on Waypoint Podcast. What's up, guys? Sunday and Tuesday look mighty awesome. But for Carlos on the Nerd Day podcast, I hope you enjoy your E3 2021, and hope we get some really cool announcements this week. Love you guys.